A drunk grandmother broke into a water park in the middle of the night and injured herself. Men fart more when eating a plant-based diet, according to a new study. And a man divorces his rice cooker after the marriage goes south. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on the Weird AF News podcast. This is the weirdest AF News podcast out there, the only one hosted by a comedian. The only one that does daily weird news from around the world, like these three strange little anecdotes that we have. Oh boy, so excited. Let's do it. A grandmother broke into a water park in the middle of the night and broke her bones on a slide. Who is this fun-loving grandma? She's just living life. It's hot grandma summer, guys. And one grandmother tried to cool off. She and a friend broke their legs. They broke their legs on a water slide. This is terrible. It broke their legs after sneaking into a water park at 2 a.m. during a drunken night out. What are the names of these people? Our first contestant is a UK woman named Claire. Claire Vickers, age 46. Come on down. You're about to break your legs on this water slide. Her friend is Barry Douglas, age 44. 46 and 44. They're grandparents, but they're not like elderly. I thought these people were going to be 80 years old. They broke their legs on water slides. You're a little too young to be breaking legs on water slides, Claire and Barry. You already have osteoporosis at 44? Like, what's going on with you? They obviously haven't been taking care of their bones. So it says Claire and Barry were stuck in a water slide flume for 2 hours after they fractured their shins, and they shattered their feet before they were rescued. Oh, they shattered feet. We need more information. What happened? Did you forget to turn on the water? I assume there's a turn on the water button for the slide. Maybe you forgot to do that. Because if you're sliding down a water slide with no water, you will shatter your feet. Now, these two snuck into a place called Aldershot Lido Water Park. I've never heard of it. I don't even think I said it correctly. The drunken duo splashed water down the slide from the top in a bid to generate some lubrication down the slide and get some speed before stepping into the slide. So it sounds to me like there was no water going down the slide. They splashed some water down the slide from what? A hose? They had squirt guns, just one bucket each. That's not enough to lubricate the slide. Their drunken slide ride soon became a nightmare when they slammed into a barrier towards the bottom. Oh, boy. Well, they definitely lubricated the slide sufficiently because they slid right down fast enough to break their legs on a barrier. Their legs collided with the barrier that was blocking the exit, shattering their feet and fracturing their shins. Did they not take a look at the bottom of the slide to see if it was all clear? Like, that's probably the first thing you should do. As you're climbing up, like, take a look. Is there a barrier at the base of the slide? Or does it go right into the pool? Is the pool filled up with water? There's all of these conditions that you need to look out for before you just slide down a water slide. Vickers is the lady. She described the incident as, quote, like a scene out of the horror film Saw. I've seen Saw. It's a lot more gruesome than this, to be honest with you. The two of these people were banging and banging against the slide for hours in a bid to attract attention for help. I guess because they couldn't walk away from the scene. Douglas ended up with both ankles shattered and his foot was, quote, hanging off. Oh, this is gruesome. At 4 a.m., they saw the torches of 3 officers. Torches is what they call flashlights in the UK because the UK is still living like it's 900 AD. Back when you actually used torches. They're still calling flashlight torches. I don't know what you guys are doing. You need to get on board. Upgrade and update your vernacular, UK. You're ridiculous. Calling a trunk a boot? That makes no sense. Okay, so the officers arrived with their flashlights after receiving some calls from residents who thought the kids had broken into the pool. They called for paramedics, of course, who lifted these 2 idiots over the side of the slide and onto an ambulance. The lady remained in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. 2.5 weeks? Seems very excessive. This is after recovering, having a metal rod bound to her shin and plates inserted into her foot. She won't be able to walk for another 2 months. Oh, no. The water park took no action against these two trespassers, these trespassing grandparents that just wanted to, live like it was the summer of 85. You guys remember that good summer of 85? Back when the water slides were very lubricated. Now, I should probably make fun of these two grandparents a little more, but I think I've given them enough guff. And let me just say, on some level, I don't blame them. They're just trying to relive that youthful excitement when you'd get drunk and have a night, where you'd say yes to everything, you'd trespass, and they were living in that moment together. I've been there. I miss it. Don't you miss it? Sneaking over into a playground and having sex on the slide, that kind of thing. Nobody, just me? Okay. Word of advice, don't leave the condom under the swing. Researchers have discovered that men fart more when eating a plant-based diet. It's the sound of science. Doot, 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 science. Let's get into it, guys. Plant-based diets cause men to fart more, and they have larger stools. This is what researchers have found anyway. And that seems to be a good thing because it means these foods are promoting healthy gut bacteria. Do you guys got that healthy gut bacteria? If you don't, man, get that kombucha stuff, man. Bro, dude, just get the kombucha, man. You can make your own kombucha, bro. Just come on, why don't you come over, man? You can drink some of my kombucha. I'll give you some crystals to put down your bra. Get your gut bacteria right back to normalcy, bro. So, you probably heard, it's pretty well known that eating more plants, including fruits and vegetables, creates bulkier stools. Right? Did you know that? And it also increases the flatulence. However, few studies have measured these changes or related them to changes in gut bacteria until now. Claudia, she's a researcher at the Liver and Digestive Diseases Networking Biomedical Research Center. Wow, that's a mouthful right there, Claudia. Well, Claudia and her colleagues were farting around. Hey, there's a lot of farting around going on at the Liver and Digestive Diseases Networking Biomedical Research Center in Barcelona, Spain. So they were farting around, and they decided, hey, let's compare Mediterranean-style diets, which are comprised of mostly plants, with a Western-style diet, which doesn't contain as many plants. If you guys aren't familiar with a Western diet, it's basically Hot Pockets, 3 meals a day. Washed down with Sunny D, guys. Yeah, that's what my people eat for meals. And that doesn't promote healthy gut works. Okay, so they tested these diets on the guts of 18 healthy men between the ages of 18 and 38. Each man was randomly assigned to follow one of these diets for 2 weeks, then a break, and then switch to the other diets for 2 weeks. And then they measured their farts because it's science. I would just love to be in the room when they try to raise money for these kinds of things. Okay, so yeah, we need $20 million. What do you need my money for? All right, we're going to measure farts. And we'll give you the data after we measure the farts. Believe me, we need to measure farts and poos. You're going to use my $20 million to measure farts and poos? Okay, where do I sign? I don't know why I gave that wealthy donator an accent. Okay, so it said the men did a similar number of poops per day on the 2 diets, but each one was about double the size while they were on the plant diet. I'm surprised they pooped the same amount each day, because I'd imagine on the plant diet you would actually poop more times. Because the Western diet tends to back you up a little bit. It turns you into like a 1 poop a day person, which I don't think is healthy. Whereas if you're on the Mediterranean diet, I would imagine you poop twice a day minimum, right? They're saying they poop the same number, but the poop was twice the size on the plant diet. So there was somebody in there, this poor research assistant had to get out a tape measure and write the dimensions down of various poops from these men. Oh, that poor person. All for science. Just trying to get a degree, make his or her parents proud. What'd you do, son? Oh, I measured poo today. Ma, just trying to keep my scholarship, measuring the poop. The men collected and weighed their own stools. It says here, they didn't have an assistant doing it. The men did it themselves. It's a lot of work. Did you pay these guys? They used digital scales and found they produced about 200 grams per day on the plant diet compared to 100 grams on the Western diet. This is because eating plants promotes certain types of bacteria in our guts that make food for themselves by fermenting plant fiber. The added stool weight is made up of the spent bodies of these extra bacteria plus water and a small amount of undigested plant fiber. Well, this is very important, this fiber and the fermenting process. The bacteria in your gut does all this. You guys got to maintain your gut flora. You can take these probiotics. Have you heard of these? Let me tell you something. They sell these in the stores. I've seen them. And you want to buy the ones that are in a refrigerator because that means they're alive still. For some reason, sometimes I see these things on the shelves. I'm like, that's not live bacteria. It's on a shelf, bro. It's got to be in a refrigerator. Dude, your probiotics got to be refrigerated, bro. Everybody knows that. Or just come over and have my kombucha, bro. I got several new flavors, man. Do you like fennel? Oh, yeah. Come and get some of my fennel. Probacteria, bro. Oh, yeah. Working on some habanero mango. Now, it doesn't say anything about the farting, how that was measured. But it says eating plants promotes farting because most fart gas is hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide that is produced by the gut bacteria when it ferments plant fibers. The smell of the farts comes from traces of hydrogen sulfide gas, which is a byproduct of protein digestion. Oh, so you'll have more farts, but they won't smell as bad as they will on a meat diet because that sulfide gas is a byproduct of the protein digestion. Wow, we're learning so much about farts and poops, guys. Aren't you grateful for Weird AF News? Just keep your gut flora in order, bro. Just, get yourself some kombucha, man. Come on over, making some, man. Just doing it. Make your own, man. Get yourself one of them scobies, bro. You can borrow my scobie, dude. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. A man divorced his rice cooker after a sticky marriage. Get it? Sticky? It got sticky. Sticky rice. Anyways, not all the jokes are winners, guys. In the latest addition to the list of bizarre things that people are marrying around the world, a man in Indonesia married his damn rice cooker. That's right, his damn rice cooker. Korul Anam is the man's name. Korul is among many people who have just married inanimate objects. I've covered many of these stories. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's very sad. Lady married a bridge. Another lady married a tree. Woman married herself. A woman married a zombie doll. Remember that one? A guy married a sex robot. And a lady married the ghost of a dead pirate and then divorced the ghost of the dead pirate for fooling around, not taking the marriage seriously. These people all need some help, man. They really do. Korul, I'm not sure I'm saying this maniac's name right. I'm going to call him K.A., which are his initials for the sake of this story. K.A. shared a series of images from his, quote, wedding on Facebook that show him all dressed up. K.A. looks adorable. And by the way, the rice cooker, also dressed up. A white veil. Okay, one of the photos, I'm sorry. Woo! Okay, you can do it, Jonesy. One of the photos has K.A. and the rice cooker sitting side by side along with a priest who isn't paid enough to do this, really. The priest, the poor guy. The priest is in the photo, and next to the priest is the rice cooker and K.A. And K.A. is kissing the bride. Just kissing the rice cooker right on the side. It's a very good-looking rice cooker, by the way. Good curves, very clean. Looks like it doesn't have too many miles on it. There's another photo of K.A. signing the marriage papers. No photo of the rice cooker signing the marriage papers. You know, all the stories of these people marrying inanimate objects, I never wondered how does the inanimate object sign the wedding papers? How is this official? If the thing that you're marrying can't sign, my goodness. I guess if you have a witness, that's enough, right? By the way, your witness, not paid enough. Witness you marry a bridge. You can't pay me enough to keep in the laughter. I mean, you just got to pay someone enough where they just have to hold in the laughs. How much does that cost? Anyways, K.A. wrote in the caption, fair, obedient, loving, and of course, good at cooking. Hey, the jokes never end with K.A. The images went viral on social media. Thousands of people reacting. My guess is thousands of people supporting this stuff because we just live in a world now where you just don't call people out for being stupid. Not enough anyways. We're just like, whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy, let him go. If he wants to marry a rice cooker, okay. Never mind the suffering of everyone in his family. Nah, we'll just ignore that. Whatever makes him happy, let's hold that up as the way to behave. The way he humiliates his family? No, let's just look beyond that. No, it's what makes him happy in life that matters, right? Because the world didn't start until K.A.'s doctor slapped him on the ass. Hell with everybody else in their lives. His family's got to go to bingo and explain why their son's on Facebook marrying a rice cooker wearing a veil. But no, whatever he wants to do to keep him happy, we shouldn't put that down. Wow, are you guys okay? Anyways, apparently K.A.'s married life was short-lived. He announced a divorce from the rice cooker to the relief of his friends and to the happiness of his lawyer. Making the announcement, K.A. cited his wife being able to only cook rice is the reason behind the separation. This is a joke, right? The whole wedding followed by the divorce can easily be considered a publicity stunt, as K.A. is a well-known celebrity in Indonesia who participates in similar stunts very often, according to the local news. Oh, okay, so here it is. This person does weird shit. All right. Well, I like this guy. I like this stuff. Fortunately for K.A., his weird marriage stunt seems to have served its purpose after he went viral. Oh, well, good for him. All right. I thought this was someone doing this. Well, am I crazy? Lady married a bridge, bro. I'm not crazy. People are doing this kind of crap. Doesn't surprise me. Well, I'm very relieved to know that he just did this for a weird stunt. I love weird stunts. I love stuff like this. And it is funny. To marry a rice cooker, it's a very funny choice. To marry, a kitchen appliance is hilarious. Tell you what, guys, I'll marry my coffee grinder. I just love that thing. I get a lot of use out of that coffee grinder. So that'd be good. Me and the coffee grinder. Who's coming to the wedding of Jonesy and his coffee grinder? Anybody? Email me. I'll get you the invite. It's funnyjones@gmail.com. Send gifts. Send gifts. Don't send me another coffee grinder. This one will get jealous. This is the outro, the time I thank everyone for taking the time to listen to Weird AF News. I appreciate that. The competition among podcasts is fierce, so I'm grateful that you chose mine. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I hope that you'll keep coming back. If at any time you want to give me some feedback to make the podcast better, you can always email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. You can also just drop me a note and say, hey, you know what, Jonesy? No improvement necessary. You're just what I needed. Just what I needed. I'm going to give thanks to William Marshall. William's reached out to me many times. This time, sent me a photo of the guy from doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You know the one. The kid that plays the banjo in, what's the movie? Oh, Deliverance. Yeah. And, which is hilarious. Because I did a story about woods people yesterday, and I even hummed. I did the Deliverance jingle there. So William sent me a photo. William and Big Blue from York, Pennsylvania. Now, Billy Marshall here has sent me photos of Big Blue before. Big Blue is his rooster. It's a rooster, right? It's your rooster, Big Blue. We love Big Blue. I guess Big Blue would be the mascot of Weird AF News. I get photos sent to me from peeps, from listeners of the show, and I love it very much. You can share your life with me, especially if you live in like a strange place. I would love to see photos of the strange place that you live, or the weird animals that kind of hang out with you. Got a new patron, too. Let's give big time thanks to Allison Hollies. We love you, Allison Hollies. Allison Hollies, we love you. Allison Holly. Hey, Allison. That was my impression of Elvis Costello. Allison. I don't know why he sings like that. It's very strange. But I like it. It's like him and, who's that guy that sings Brown Eyed Girl? That guy's Van Morrison. The two of them just have such strange voices. What do they do with their voices? You know they don't talk like that. Well, it's a marvelous night. What was I doing? I can't do it. I'm going to work on my Van Morrison impression. I'll come back and do that for you. Wild night is come. Come on out and dance. Going out and say romance. Something like that. Wow, this is the worst outro I've ever done. Sorry, Allison. I just totally screwed up your big shout out. That just made it even weirder than it ever could be. Well, anyways, you might appreciate this. So much love to Allison. She joined the Patreon. That's a great way to support the show. And Allison, please enjoy the extra content that's in the Patreon. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm going to put some more stuff in today. And I'm scheduling a recording of a bonus episode with my buddy Dave, so we'll put that in there as soon as that's done as well. You guys can join the Patreon like Allison Hollies. Allison Hollies is on our way. Allison Hollies is here to stay. And I would rather be anywhere else. Wow, it's like your name fits into 2 Elvis Costello songs. What is that? Alistair's Army? Is that the name of that one? Wow, I'm so high right now. Sorry, guys. Oh boy, where the hell was I? Okay, yeah, join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/weirdafnews. Ignore everything else. Just all you need to know is Allison joined and that you should also join in the footsteps of Allison Hollies. Allison Hollies. You can also join it on the web. What am I saying? Yeah, I have a website. Yeah, weirdafnews.com. Hey, what's the podcast? What's your favorite podcast? There's a guy that gets stoned and records weird news in a closet. Yeah, that one's for me.